Hello, people. Now, Tap Send is finally in New York. You thought we are not coming there. We are in your place. So what you have to do is to make sure you send money to Ghana. If you're in New York, families and friends in Ghana are waiting for you. Won't send it. All you have to do is to put in your information, sign up on the App Store or Google Play Store, and then you tap and send. New York, we are live and in charge. No excuse. So make sure now you use Tap Send to send all the money you want to send to the families in Ghana. You know what I mean? Tap Send. It's secure, it's fast, and it's convenient. Open day. Did I mention my name? My name is Carlo Boss. The only boss. Wait, what is? Download Tap Send now on Google Play and App Store. Tap Send. It's secure, convenient, easy, and fast.
Welcome to Second Generation IT Group. Hello, my name is Ferdinand Samoa, Director of Second Generation IT Group. We've been in business for the past 5 years, and we have a lot of clients who have come through the school and they're doing pretty well. We offer 18 weeks of cyber course, which runs for every Saturday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And people ask, why Second Generation IT Group? Yeah, we offer different courses in cyber. Cyber is kind of big, so we offer risk management, we offer FISCOM, we offer cloud computing, we offer pen testing, and we also offer Splunk. Courses are offered virtually. It doesn't matter where you are in the world, and you can just join the course without any. It's very convenient for everybody. You can reach us on our social media. You can reach us on Facebook, you can reach us on Instagram, and you can also reach us on our website, which is secondgenerationitgroup.llc.com, the company that provides beyond excellence.
All right, guys, I welcome you live on SBTV Africa. Today is Friday. Thank God it's Friday. Time check now is 4:02 GMT time. And you know, Fridays, every Friday, like I said, Aisha will be joining us 4 p.m. to 5. Then 5:30, I have Lawyer Wisdom Akao UK. So immigration experts or solicitor, lawyer. One is a lawyer and a solicitor. Okay, and Aisha is immigration expert. So Aisha will be joining me live on SBTV Africa today. We are going to look topic for today, how to get a Schengen visa, requirements and guidelines. Oh yeah, subscribe to the channel. My name is DJ Nyame. Share to your friends and families for more. Yanko, Aisha.
DJ Nyame.
What's up? Fine chick. How be you? Fine woman. How be you?
Oh, fine woman. Ade. Let me get into the camera work.
You don't know say be fine woman.
Oh, sir. Oh,
hey, you have been rough. Charlie. Anyway, what's up? Today you said how to get a Schengen visa.
Yeah.
Requirements and guidelines. So getting a Schengen visa. Straight. Oh yeah, papa. Let's go, baby.
Yeah. So I think we can talk about should I say the most important things? So the most important things you need to know when it comes to Schengen visa. So I think we've done this in 3 before. That the Schengen area, if I'm not wrong, has a total of 26 countries, I think. Anyway, I'm not going to start mentioning them because I have to go on top of my head anyway. And which means when you're going to a Schengen area and you apply for a visa, the visa you get would cover for this whole area. That means you can go to any of these countries, all the member states, you can go there. And what are the 2 exceptions? Okay, so there's the EU and there's Schengen. As we know, UK was part of the EU before. They are not anymore. So UK is not part of the EU, and even with a Schengen visa, you couldn't go to the UK. So UK is out. And when it comes to Schengen as well, I think there are some countries that are in the EU but not part of Schengen, or should I say in Schengen but not part of the EU. For example, Switzerland, you can go there with a Schengen visa, but they are not in the EU. I think Norway as well. Yeah, so these are just, but like I said, with a Schengen visa, you can go there. Yeah, so let's say you're ready to apply for a Schengen visa. you have to think about which country am I going to? Like, what is the reason of your travel in the first place? So let's say you have a few options. Somebody in a certain country has invited you. Let's say somebody in Germany has invited you to visit them in Germany. Yeah. So what do you need? If the person is inviting you from Germany with a German invitation, then you would have to go to the German embassy to get your visa. You cannot say, for example, that somebody has invited me from Germany, but I'm going to Spanish embassy to apply for the visa. It doesn't work like that. So where you're getting the invitation from, that's where you're usually going to apply for the visa for. That's when it comes to invitation. If you don't have any invitation and you're going as a tourist, like a normal tourist, then what are you looking for? That means you have everything. You have your own accommodation, so you have to prove that you have accommodation, hotel, or wherever you're going to stay, hostel or whatever it is. We're looking at money in your account and so on and so forth. So as a tourist, you're doing everything on your own. So you can decide, you can say, you know what, I want to go to France for 3 weeks. So then you have your itinerary, what you want to go and do in France. So you have your own money, you apply for a visa. As a tourist, you're not going to anybody, you're just going on a visit and then you come back. So that's other option. So we have invite, tourists, or you're going for business. So that one too, you do it all by yourself if you're a private business person. But maybe if you have some kind of business with a company here in Europe, then of course you get an invitation from the company. They say, you know what, you're our partner, so come here. It's a business meeting. That's also different. So that means they would be the one writing you the invite and saying, you know what, you're coming to us for so and so meeting. So these are the three categories for ordinary passport holders. When it comes to the Schengen area. So what do you need? So let's say you decide, you know, it's Germany I'm going to. So your bank account has to be ready. I know in the past we were looking for you should have at least 30,000 cedis in your account, 30 or 35,000 cedis. That is if you're a person, you're just going as a tourist, you know. Excuse me. Yeah, so you need 35. I think now it has increased, if I'm not wrong. Give me 1 minute.
So whilst we are waiting for Aisha to come back, you can send your comments, your questions, whatever you want to ask her. You can just send it right at the comment section, or you can do a voice note. If you cannot type, just do a voice note and send it to the numbers. The number I'm going to put on the screen. Yeah. So for now, you can send your questions. If you just join us on SBTV Africa, the voice of the community, I'm here with Aisha, immigration expert, German immigration expert. So any question you want to ask her, you can ask her. Make sure you share this link. It will help friends and family. Share to them. Subscribe to the channel. Let's go back to Aisha.
Sorry,
Aisha,
I'm back. Yeah. So then in the past you're supposed to have about 35,000 in your account, but now I think it has increased. So I'm just thinking it will be somewhere around over 40,000, because now, you know, everything has increased. So so you have to prove that you have this money. So this is not money you just go and take from somebody and come and put in your account. You know, usually they have to see that the account is an account that is like, you know, it's a running account. Exactly. It has to be, you know, running. And
Aisha, someone says take your time to explain. It looks like you are going too fast. So relax more. Let's go.
Okay. I am not in a hurry. Okay, maybe I'm talking a bit too fast. So let's try to do it slowly. So like I said, as somebody who's just going as a tourist, so most important, I'm just going to be talking about the important things you would need. You know, the general ones like a valid passport and everything. You know, if you're going to travel, you know all these things. So let me talk about the important ones. So you would need an account that is running, and you have to have at least 40,000 or something. It's not always the case. If you're a business person, then it's possible that, you know, they see that, you know, you're a business person, so you don't necessarily have to have that amount, you know, but the account has to be a running one and a stable one. They want to see this. So that's for tourists. And yeah, so you're supposed to also have a certain ties to your home country. For example, you're supposed to prove maybe you have family back in Ghana, or you have some kind of property or something in Ghana. So then they are sure that, okay, when this person is going, they're going to come back. Yeah, so you have to have these ties. Otherwise, then it's like yeah, we don't know if you're going to come back. So the whole point is to prove that you're just going on a holiday and you're going to come back when it comes to tourism. Invitation is maybe for them it's a bit easier because the truth is, if somebody is inviting you in Germany, for example, it's easier if somebody does the obligatory letter, which we call in German Verpflichtungserklärung. If you have that, that means the person inviting you has the whole details. So the embassy sees the details of the person, yeah, so everything is there. So in case you even decide to go and not come back, at least they know where to look for you from. They will know where to start from. That's different as compared to a tourist visa, because a tourist visa, you're not going to anyone. So you have to prove a lot more as compared to somebody who has an invitation. Yeah. So yeah, you have the case. I think with a tourist visa as well. If you in Germany, if you have the Verpflichtungserklärung, that means you don't have to have any huge amount of money in your account. You just have to have, a normal running account. That's it. Because the obligatory letter is such a way that the person you're coming to is the one taking care of everything that has to do with you for the period of your stay. So that's the whole thing. If you're going on a business to, like I said, it's also a bit easier. If a host company here is the one bringing you, it's also different. Yeah, because when anything goes wrong, they can go to the company. So I think they look more when it comes to the people, like if you're going as a tourist, strict tourist, you're doing everything for yourself. What should people pay attention to? Like I said, the bank account, make sure it's yours, the money is yours and all of that. Sometimes people say, I don't have that money, but I want to go. Of course, you can look for a sponsor. It can also be a sponsor in Ghana who is ready to sponsor you. But the ties between you and the person should be quite close. If you say, for example, you're going to Europe, it's my uncle who is sponsoring me, he's taking care of it. Yeah, or let's say my father, it's even better. But if you say, it's a friend of a friend of a friend, he's the one giving me his bank account, the embassy usually doesn't believe you, because you're like, why would somebody just want to sponsor you to go to Europe? Like, for what reason? So you should be able to show that the ties, this connection is there and it's a strong one for for everything to be believable. Because not when it comes to Schengen visa, most of the embassies do not have interviews. It's not like who does that actually? Wait, I think the UK, they talk to you a bit, they interview you, how long, blah blah, and all of that. Most of the Schengen countries, they don't do that. If you are going through VFS or even directly to the embassy, of course, the day you're going to submit, they'll ask you one or two questions, but it's not really a serious interview. Like maybe if you're going to America, for example, it's not like really a detailed, serious interview, just one or two questions. Yeah, so what would make the person give you a visa is your documents. It's what the person is seeing, the hardware or hard copy or whatever is in front of it. That's what will make the person decide if they're giving you a visa or not. So it's very important to make your paperwork as believable as possible. That's very, very, very important. If you're filling the form as well, the visa form, it's very important to cross-check 2-3 times to see if the details you've given tally with, for example, what's in your passport or what's on your birth certificate and things like that. Because these are little things that could, bring you lots of problems. If you say, for example, you wrote you were born in 1990, but in your birth certificate it's there you're born 85, things like that. You have to really cross-check, because like I said, it's the paper you're presenting. This is what the person is going to stand on to make the decision. So once you've gone through this process, it depends on the embassy. When you go to VFS, I think it takes up to 3 weeks to get your decision. And when you go to the embassies themselves, and some of them, like the German embassy, I think in the past was 5 days, maybe now it's 7 working days. They've increased it, but roughly between a week and 3 weeks, you should get your decision as to if you were granted a visa or not. And usually, when you're granted a visa as well, it's the exact duration you're given. You told them you're going for. The first time is the exact duration you get. So, for example, if you tell them, I'm planning on going to Europe for 2 weeks, between which days? Because usually you provide an itinerary. That's like a roughly what your plans are when you get to Europe, what you want to do. So you're providing an itinerary for 2 weeks. Yeah, they will give you exactly 2 weeks. They won't even give you 1 day more. So if you plan on going on 1 month and you go and put on your paper 2 weeks, then you have a problem. Yeah, because you would get only the 2 weeks. And one important thing, you do not buy a flight ticket before you're issued a visa. You just get how do you say it's also an itinerary from a flight. You can do that, and then you just add it to it. So it's like just telling them your plans are, what you're going to do when you're there. And then after this year, you have to also provide health insurance. It's very important. They would ask you to bring it before they give you a visa. And yeah, after you've gotten the visa, then you can, based on this itinerary, you can use that to get exactly, you can buy the road ticket after you've gotten the visa. Because if you make a mistake and buy a ticket before and you don't get a visa, you won't get your money back. So that's how it is. Yeah. Yeah, so I think roughly this is it. So think about which country are you going to, how long do you want to stay? Of course, once you enter into the country where you got the visa for, you can go everywhere. You can go into whichever, all the 26 countries, you can put your foot all there. And then you come back to where you entered and then fly back to your country. I mean, if that's what your plans are. Yeah. So yeah, that's just basically a summary and the important tips. Maybe let me add one last thing. Like I said, when you go for the day you're going to submit your documents as well, it's very important the way you present yourself, the way you talk and all of that is very, very important. So we should put a note to that. So basically, I think the most important things I said, bank account, your documents to be really in place, everything should be like it's supposed to be. Make sure you cross-check and don't make any mistakes, because it's very important. Like I said, what you present on a paper is what they'll base on that to make the decision. Yeah. So yeah, I think so. Summary generally, that's how it works. Yeah.
Okay. I just say that's how it works. If you can't type, you can send your questions via voice note, WhatsApp. If you can't type, just send it WhatsApp. If you want to speak Tree, you can speak Tree. She will respond in Tree. If you want to speak English too, you can do it in English. This topic, we have already treated it, but I asked her we should go over it, and we are doing it in English this time. So still, you can bring your questions, but we are doing English version of topics we've already treated. Yeah. So that's why we are doing more of like English. But if you just join the channel, we've done all these things. Tap on subscribe. Go click at the video section. Go through the videos. You'll see interviews. This particular topic that we've treated already with Aisha on this channel, SBTV Africa. My name is DJ Nyame. I can see some few comments coming. You can still send your comments, your questions, whatever you want to ask her. You can bring it, drop it. She'll respond to you. We are closing at 5. So we have like 40 minutes or 40 minutes more to check out whilst I'm waiting for Aisha. Okay, Aisha. So if you're back, hey, today you're drinking water, pal. Have you eaten something?
I haven't eaten anything.
Okay, so I have some few questions Osai Gideon, if you can just read. Let's start with the questions.
Osei Gideon, what is he saying? Please, DJ, please ask her for me that how can I get Europe visa sponsorship? Europe visa. So I think there's nothing like a Europe visa. There's a Schengen visa, and it depends. It depends on where you want to go to. So let's say, like I said, if your target is to go to France, I think every country has it. You need an invitation letter from somebody, sponsorship, somebody who is sitting in and somebody who lives in that country and sitting in and saying, you know what, I'm going to invite you. I'm giving you an obligatory letter. So whatever cost is on me. In German, for example, that's the Verpflichtungserklärung. You get that from your foreign office, from the person, from your host, the person who is inviting you. And then with that, you can go to the embassy. So you have to know somebody. So if you know people here, you want to visit, ask them if they can invite you. Yeah.
Okay, next question.
Aisha, please, I'm in Germany. How can I bring my child who is 14 years? I'm not working for now since I am in school. How do I go about it? Are you okay? It depends. Usually, you have the right to bring your family reunion. It's an underage child. 14 years is a minor, so yeah, you're allowed to do that. But since you're going to school, there's 3 requirements for family reunion. That's the in German family reunion, the Aufenthaltsgesetz, the part that covers family reunion. There are 3 basic. You have to have enough room for your child that you're bringing. So your apartment has to be big enough. I'm not the one who decides how big your apartment is. Your foreign office decides if the apartment you're living inside, if it's big enough to accommodate your child. 1. 2, it says Lebensunterhalt muss gesichert werden in German. You said you're in Germany, so maybe you understand what I mean. Your source of living, you have to provide it. And in your case, you're studying, so it'll be difficult. So you have to start working, make some money, your own money. If you're making your own money, then you can then start with the family reunion process. Otherwise, it's difficult because in the law it states explicitly that you should be making your own money. So yeah, maybe you can consider after school looking for a job, and then you can then start with the process. Dana Abdullah, he says, I'm in Dubai working. Is it possible to get Schengen visa from here? And how will I prove my family ties here? You're in Dubai. If you're living in Dubai, it means you have residence in Dubai. So of course, the German embassy there in Dubai is in charge of you. And for you, you don't have to prove family ties. Any ties is good enough. And in your case, your ties to Dubai is the fact that you have a job there. That's your ties to Dubai. So yeah, it means the idea is we're giving you a visa, you have a job here, so you come back, you live here. So that's your ties, your job there. So you don't necessarily need to prove that you have family there. No, that's not what I mean by ties. It could be any form of ties, not just family. G8 Motivation says, please, if the maximum number of days for a visa decision is, for instance, 2 months, and your application has exceeded that days, can you use a lawyer for a decision? Yeah, I think usually there's a maximum. I think for German embassy, for example, it's 45 days. That is, I think most of the Schengen states too is like that's how long your visa could take before you get it. And yeah, so if it's actually past that time, what I would do first is to ask the embassy. It's past, you would write to the embassy and say it has passed or exceeded the time for processing. Why is it taking so long? If you don't hear from them, that's when you can think of involving any legal person. But otherwise, I would ask them first. I mean, you don't just go and find a lawyer, and start a process. I think you should write them and ask them first. Yeah. Kelvin Boache, DJ, please, is it true that Germany embassy in Ghana is closed and not issuing visas anymore? No, it was closed. I know as of last year, Because of Corona, they were not issuing visas for some time, but at the moment it's open. They are working. Yeah. Or say Gideon, which site can I get companies with a visa sponsorship for foreign workers? What do you mean? Companies for, are you looking for a job or visa? I don't get it. If you're looking for a job, sites, I mean, like I said, you can always go to Google and look for international companies in Germany now who are taking English speaking people, if it's what you mean. But visa sponsorship from a company, I don't think a company will just give you visa sponsorship if they don't know you. Yeah, okay. Good. Nana Kojo, please kindly outline the visa requirement. I should tell you, I should outline the visa requirement. Okay. This will take a while. I don't know. You need, you have to first fill the completed application form. You need a recent passport, which is not older than, which will not be, which will not expire in, it should be valid for at least 6 months. I think that's what they say. You need a passport picture. You need to pay a visa fee for Germany, for example, of 80 euros. I don't know how much the other embassies take. If you have previous passport, you should add it to it. You need your original birth certificate. Yeah, I assume you're an adult, so nobody has to sign for you. If you're doing it for a child, then their parents are supposed to sign. You need your flight reservation. That's not the ticket, itinerary to show, you know, you need the itinerary. You need a proof of accommodation. You need to show where you're going to stay and so on. And you need a proof of sufficient financial means, money on your bank account. And then, yeah, so how you're going to pay for the trip and all of that. That's what they mean by the sufficient financial means. And then you need to prove of your social or economic ties in your country, to your country. Very, very important. So when we're talking about the proof of financial means, you have to attach the 3 months of your bank statements. They require for 3 months. If you're somebody who is working, you need an introductory letter from your employer. You know, you have to show your employer has to give you a letter. Oh, this person works, and you need to also provide 3 months of your old of your pay slip, salary slip. So you need to provide that as well. Yeah. So if you're not working for somebody and you're self-employed, you also have to provide, you know, the company registration, how much money you're earning at the end of the month, you know, how much money goes in and come out. So generally, these are the requirements for Schengen visa. And now because of COVID, definitely you have to be vaccinated. Also, you know, yeah, good. Please, madam, I want the official website to apply it. To apply what? To apply Schengen visa or what? If because we're talking about Schengen visa, I'm assuming you are asking about Schengen visa. There's no official website to apply for a general. There's no general Schengen visa. You have to apply it from the embassy where, you know, of the country where you plan on going to. The visa they give you is automatically a Schengen visa if you get the, but you have to apply from a certain embassy from a certain country. You cannot apply there's no general embassy for Schengen visas. Please, can I get Germany visa from Dubai since I have residence in Dubai, and how much will it cost? Yeah, if you live in Dubai, that means Dubai is in charge of you. So you apply from the German embassy in Dubai. How much does it cost? I can't say, but visas, I think ranges between, I don't know, 60 and 150 euros, something like this. You have to find out from them. Yeah.
Okay, let me just let's go to some of the. Okay, let's answer this one first, and I'll play some voice notes I have.
Henry Ivan Edem. Aisha, please, if I take a Schengen visa to France and I enter into Germany and then I end up being irregular in Germany, can I seek asylum in Germany or I'll be asked to go back to France? Good. If France is the one that issued you the visa, of course you can go to Germany. And when you get to Germany and you want to apply for asylum, you can apply for asylum in Germany. They will accept you. They will accept your asylum application. That's not a problem. Germany will accept your asylum application. But after the interviews, they would find out that you got your visa from France. So then they would send you back to France. They will tell you, you've done an asylum application, but we're not responsible for you. France is responsible for you because they gave you a visa. So go back to France and apply for your asylum there. That's how it works. Yeah.
Okay, let's go to the voice note.
Good afternoon. Good evening. Me show life with Aisha, Germany immigration expert. Now, I want to ask this question. May I apply German visa? I think in July, August, yeah. No more if you see me visa no. Now may go as tourist.
Manyami is gone.
Aisha, over to you. What's here?
DJ Nami, you went off after in the middle of voice note.
Okay,
You went.
so I should play it again.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Yeah. Good afternoon. Good evening. Me show life with Aisha, Germany immigration expert. Now, I want to ask this question. May I apply German visa? I think in July, August, yeah. No more if you see me visa no. Now may go as tourist. Or if you see me visa, let me apply that same Germany now. Is it likely they will give it to me? And now if I try another Schengen country, is it possible to get the visa?
So my answer, the answer to question is so I'm refuse you. I usually a piece of letter, a piece of paper explaining reasoning here. You refuse you. The homogeneous so the refuse you. Maybe ODN in your case, I don't know. Usually a more general excuse here. You didn't we didn't really believe you or something. And no, if you got something like that now and yes specific, so you cannot really do much. But if only a concrete, I can say maybe your bank statement was forged, and now we didn't believe that you have a job, for example, or we don't think that you can be able to sustain yourself when you go to Europe. And know your concrete reason, TIA refuse you. If you have a reason like this, what you can do is usually I think after a month or something you can apply again. It's a very short time. But me apply, but my follow-up application. However, reason no mujina so the refuse one. You should make sure that reason is fixed. For example, you say they don't think you have enough funds to sustain you for this trip. Oh, reapply, yeah. You have to prove to them, say now no, you have enough, you can prove to them, say you have enough funds to sustain you for the trip. Until that means say what counter why they refuse you know, then it will be easier to re-get. But you can always get a refusal. It doesn't you refuse you one time doesn't mean say it will always be refusal. If you fix the things now, like that means oh you refuse you one time, that's it, there be. You have to believe then the next time I'm applying, you cannot be on charge of a case, different. Until you know, yeah, you just have to make them believe you. Your question about if you should apply from a different Schengen state. Schengen visa no, somehow is connected. Oko another Schengen state, that's a Oko applier. They know say you've been refused from somewhere already. Until they will figure out how, I mean, what was the grounds of this yeah, why you were refused, for example. Mostly not on which maybe not the same ground. So as I refuse one. So I would say, of course you can try another Schengen country, but it's easier if you put your things together. Now worry apply with the same embassy. I feel say your chances are better there. Yeah.
That be no free. Yeah, did you know me? Yeah, that be no free. Germany no go honum until go half season and an contract no we pry until makasa on coffee Ghana and also uncle until uncle bad Denmark until do Denmark no and go for no a chain because now the passport now for 2 days. There be an visa and now for 2 days no more chain no more born inside. No then ko draw fee ho ana kwa no kodi adro na emum anko kana asem se bia ye pemakum na bibisa wanko kan no asem ombo na nse wi ya no pie free adro fee ho no ejo pie free adro fee ho no ana okohu emnanim ni bi ena emnanim ni ka kire ne se obetime di ho dwuma mama enti woni emnanim ni aka na emnanim ni no ekoje police report ni nya ansem efa ne ho nyina no koje ye no na sa and Schengen information system no omomfa nensa omomfa ento so mohwehwe no na sa criminal records ukrom no dey ka wono so no omomfa ne din den ento so no ba ana bema na benya oba foforo won so free Sweden ana wadi na chi every dem akwa Sweden entime busa se ekwan bay na obefa so wenya na setena iso oba na awo wo akra bema na oba na awo wo Sweden krom ha enti ne sana any Schengen information system ni enso no obetima kodi aduro bi mu ha na se ekwan be no befa so obetima nya na setena e wo ha no sei nko yefo naji tamak fo naji that's
Charger. 1 minute, DJ, or somebody plugging me the laptop. Let me answer question. Good. It is according to the media, you know, Schengen system. That means obetimi theoretically no obetimi akwa akodi edru e was Sweden honor because Schengen so okodi edru wo ma I think after usually no only be Schengen area no I think for a period of between 3 to 6 months only be Schengen area no automatically no sana ya bo an so obedi edru a paper to betimi asen remu biom asamba bedi edru biom. That's how it works. And I don't know, say with story, that means when you speak Schengen room name, which means but as you were saying, the fingerprints any system in the bit media draw was Sweden. And as I see the reason for the journey when you're by now. I don't know, Sweden normally DNA test and all of that. I don't know me some paper because in Germany you better shot and a kennel. So what's that paper? I check that Kolani ya uba. Ubetimi akwa akodi edro okodi edro na the reason for odi edro ne say our family wa ha say oni obi awo nti ontimi enko back to Ghana nti through eno ubetimi nya nkrata no akola nti because of family no yeah.
DJ Nyame Nepatro, good evening. Nepatro, me pese obusa Madam Asha say me was South Africa but me kuta Malawi passport. Patro kwan ben so na me fa so de a travel about Germany. Yes.
Who was South Africa but who can Malawi passport. So we are Malawi. Crime ben so now bet me about Germany. I think some Malawi, just like South Africa, you need a visa. Yes, there were certain countries that only need for up to 90 days. You don't need a visa to come to Germany. It's my tourist for 90 days. But I think Malawi we need a visa. So yeah, I think first about Germany, and the only thing is to apply for a tourist visa. That's the only way. Yeah.
Okay. Let me go to next. Yes.
Pacho, mommy, 30 seconds. I was plugging me in and why?
Okay, Mate. So once I have trained Aisha, once you are waiting for Aisha to plug her device, you can still send your questions at the comment section. If you can't type, just send voice note. My number is on the screen. WhatsApp. You can just send it to this WhatsApp number. Questions that you want to ask Aisha, just send it brief to this WhatsApp number. Don't forget, exactly 5 p.m. we'll close, and I'll come back again 5:30 with Lawyer Wisdom Akaho, UK solicitor, immigration lawyer, Wisdom Akaho. So drop your questions. If you are okay, then fine. I have some few voice notes here to play. Then you can still send your questions here for her to answer it. Make sure you share the link to your friends and family. Subscribe to our channel. If you are new here, welcome live on SVTV Africa. This topic, we've already treated it in our local dialect, that's in Chi. But this time we are doing English, so that it will cut across those who can't speak or don't understand Chi. We have already done it. So for those who just join us, that maybe you are not cool with the English, go through our videos, subscribe, go through our videos. You see the ones that we've done already in Chi. Aisha, welcome back. Let me play some of the voice notes I have here. Then you can listen and answer the person.
DJ Nyamin, Pacho Manento is Aisha say reasons no a whole lot of but I almost take near Ninti Omujina so they refuse you know. Hence, me almost take number 10 and then 20. And then number 10 no says the information submitted regarding the justification for the purpose and conditions of the intended stay was not reliable. And at 13 also said there are reasonable doubts as to your intention to leave the territory of the member states before the expiry of the visa. You know, Aisha said, what is the way forward, or is there any way she can help me out since she's an immigration expert?
Okay, yeah, I think these two reasons, should I say 90% of the times, or even up to 95% of the times, that reason we are going to be refusing call for. Because like I said, it's just officer now. So I'm really, you know, this the way the easiest basis of it to make so they refuse you. And yet, you know, we can say be upset. Because honestly, how can you know say Obi Bawu Chrome so back back and I say, oh, any team, you know? So and no, it's hard, but sad or mocha. And then no to make or no say feeling or feel say won't return but only with him anyway. But that's how mostly it is. And what I'll say is, of course, usually if you see why I think it's called remonstration. I say it's appeal. Say you're not happy with their decision. I say who appeal against some decision. And the biggest appeal would be done to the Verwaltungsgericht, Berlin, the High Court in Berlin. In touch of that means that German embassy refusal visa or Germany. Me and your mark court and ultimately from court to Ghana because Germany. They was all the court of Berlin has a complicated. Lawyer, our be fixing why. What I would advise is yeah, I'm also believing information on mine and reliable. You can what I would ask, I don't know. Over to match on my email. I want to know what you put there or what exactly you send them that made it that way. Then maybe I can advise you, say maybe this is what you should do and or not do or the next time. So we'll reapply. Yeah. I think reapplying is your best choice because however, it's a long process. And as a who appeal through court in Berlin, it takes forever. It will take a long time. Yeah.
Okay, JJ Nyame, yeah, I shall say because of Aquadaninti, Obetimi, Aquacutia Druno, I was sweating her. Okay, and your Mobusan say a quamben of Faso Baha, Uncle Chilemu say Obopo, Saquans and Uncle Chilemu, say and free ho. And Ombusan say the passport no way, while bra Aquiti Temak phone one. As a man on Canchrom, who could dear Druna, every so that one echo, the Bassafa passport bra, a quam bay, and over Faswa, Obetimi, I passport for fro, and now say. Catch on Cassan and Chrom. Sam Pesamitre, Madasi.
I said, what the end you as the own country or the I said, your mema would say for Sequoia, yeah, bedding. However, I think that Obetumi are explaining the whole situation from beginning. It doesn't matter. Like I said, it's a bit sensitive because Europe family, mostly family important. One person families here together, and very hard. Some separate families. I just only if they really have to because of a certain situation. I'm very sensitive when it comes to things like this. Like I said, passports somebody or Denmark. I don't know why passports from somebody or Denmark, but like I said, I think that because of Holani woman, it would be they are a bit sensitive when it comes to this. However, stress free, yeah, you can get a lawyer. I know the very easiest way. I know he takes care of the whole process. Take care of the whole process. Now with Yannick, I think that's another way to save yourself the stress because a ban on immigration law, you probably don't know what and what and what. It's probably easier so with a lawyer. Yeah.
DJ Nyame. Ipacho me person say busa Madam Asha mame say Malawi passport no sekutawa Germany visa free. Ekutawa Germany visa free. Na mpacho eno anse me kuta passport na metwa me take it anase ede na meye.
Okay. Yeah, like I said, your countries be over Germany visa free for up to 90 days. So basically about as a tourist for up to 90 days. Okay, I didn't know Malawi. So at least who could have visa passport visa free to come to Germany. The only thing is child tickets now for passports in account. Child days no, you are allowed to stay up to 90 days. Until child tickets now, make sure so ticket near within 90 days no. Na for ticket, na for passport, na bra. That's it. Here
DJ Nyami, Pacho, good evening. Na me chance ni oduma den a oboma Ghana ne wiase amanya nyina. That's it. Pacho mbeso obi say sister Aisha mam say me a footballer on now. Ma apply for I think I may apply for Spanish visa. But academy need for school so say be processing everything ya content. Maybe say say almost no the first school so I will apply for visa na it me content mount. The first school so. But me person me who say how long it take him say how long does it take me a processing visa and the man person who how long does it take to get a Spanish student visa? And amount saying that you bank account in the a bit more prove say oh require a bit more support. Me I said mini bank account but my book court letter to my brother account to say on the best sponsor me.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, to move you to schooling. Usually student visa, it takes if I know correctly, it could take between 8 to 12 weeks, sometimes longer depending. Now say if some of the information no missing now, but general standard no between 8 to 12 weeks, they now when you're student visa. Sika here when you depending on school, no. I know Spain mutual school fees. So that means I don't know what kind of a admission yeah, also your school fees. Now when you account, I don't know Spain normally blocked account. It's possible to maybe your blocked account. They just want to see our account. But I think the school fees are very important because embassy would want to see so which your fees where you be on process visa and amount. But going through academy, I'm sure they should be able to take off all of that for you to go. But I think BBR goes through within a period of 6 to 12 weeks, no, you should get your visa. Yeah.
DJ Nyame, Pacho, good evening. Pacho, mema semne say me ba abroche me ba Belgium. Na COVID time no name why den panty no. Me sign me chi eba Ghana, but me ba Ghana no. Me ko IMO for ho. Na omode me ba no ma me sika de ye adwuma. Sesi ampesa me san ko back. Ba me kwa me mfa Belgium enko. Me fa Germany ne beko. Ehon so ebe possible sa ana me kwa ombehu se microphone response me ntino omo ma me chance ma me nko because I am ono omo ye immigrational EU for if we are omoboa immigration, say be our abroaching up as a report to us about Chroma, omutimi de oba, any problem.
Okay, so IOM, International Organization for Migration, you will be Krawa Ghana. It's all over around the world. I know said the one in Europe, no, not just bringing back home, helping with family reunions, so depending on which country. Yeah, so IOM for Ediwo Babaka. Yeah, the idea is say, a friend is saying, assisted returns and your friend, but assisted voluntary return. Sana your from program. That means someone go through no one person voluntarily no we decided say I mean to me as it's an Europe will be me person me come back home. Now I go through IOM voluntary return program no. Na do abefie. Till before I will be check your criteria be okay. So we'll come back to nothing. Until I say yema will be will back you can be able to take care of yourself. Like if you person start a business, you support you. I don't know. It depends on what kind of business are there. I don't know. Up to I think people get up to 10,000 euros, depending on what you want to do back at home and if they think they're credible. The problem with IOM is that I think it's very good. I'm helping lots of people to come back home. The problem in her case is that she back. I don't know if we sign is a letter and your letter be before I'm going to visa assistance we sign it say so if you think of coming back to Europe see kana yes say no flight you have to pay that money back before you can enter again. I think you should I don't know so sign it but usually a mouse sign it until person will enter beyond from Germany. Sika almost say 10,000 euros. The idea is say ubetua say sika na wie ansana se Germany po say some memo visa untu say sika we ya ma visa ma unrem is even say documents na believable enough crampwa. Yeah.
Okay, so I can see more voice notes here, but there's this one particular voice note, Charlie Aisha. One person like 10. Charlie. Monsusu send a voice note. Who sent a question? I just send it brief. But voice to voice. We have not even played the one cry. Almost like 10 to 11. Anyway, before I play that voice, so we'll go and listen to that voice note. Let me put this one on the screen. Actually, I can read this question.
Wilfred Gau, please, I would like to know from Aisha, what is the consequence when you give someone an invitation and you guaranteed and the person get the Schengen visa, but the person refuses to go back to Ghana? Sometimes it's a problem. It depends. Depending on status or one. So let me say, could you could almost passport and maybe almost a bit lenient with you because you could almost passport, or maybe I should be speaking English. Anyway, the tree is okay. Yeah, so if you're having a passport from the country, then they're a bit lenient. But if you're just having a residence permit, sometimes it's a bit complicated because you signed and said that you are in charge of the person when the person comes. So if the person doesn't return, then they have a problem with you. So they'll be chasing you to go and find the person. That's one of the things. So you have to actually prove that you know what the person told me they were going. I even brought them to the airport. So I don't know what happened because after the airport you can't follow them once they so you have to have a very good argument as to why the person was able to just disappear. But usually the immigration, they will have a bit of problem with you, drag you here and there. So we just have to be careful when it comes to things like that. Yeah. Daniel Akufuado. Oh wow, nice name. Madam Aisha, please, how much do you need to hold a blog account to apply for school in Germany? Currently, I think was it last year they increased before you needed I think 760 euros monthly. I think now, if I am not, I think they've increased it to about 850 because the scholarship, something we call BAföG here for German citizens whose parents don't earn enough They've increased it to, I think, 850 or 860 euros. So now roughly you need about closely, I think something like 10,600 euros blocked account. Yeah, to be able to, to come to Germany. Yeah.
DJ Nyame, me da se pa, me da sister Aisha so as I say, where you me question am. Na me academy ni de yetwe academy fee yetwe bibia wi a interest ka bia ma omo bio. But on say akwantu ma seminar na abrofu no ma seminar bibi e wo ho. Ha. Ti kan pese bia hu say bia. So far say interest school fees bia bio na say interest academy fee bia bio. At least this amount of area cedis we at that account ni ma betima approve omo man say oh at least nipa no kwa ono so or background a bit my opportunity a bit my process the man.
Usually I'm more expect to say you have sika for that sika be sustaining for at least a year, because the idea is say first year no we a new country but until we need to send money working or say one cat me show after 1 year it doesn't matter when you country when we send a whole year money to bit my pay money at the identical first year no very important. So I would say you need at least about some 10,000 euros for the first year. That is a good enough money on because okay, nipa way, obetimi ahwe no. Yeah. Nana King says, please, can I enter Germany direct with Spain visa without going to Spain first? I know I've gotten this question quite often. Before in the past, it was very, very complicated. You had to enter the country that gave you the visa first because you told them you're going to this country. So that's how it was. Now it's you still have to go to the country, I think, because you got the visa from there and you show them an itinerary. So usually you have to enter there and then you can go to wherever you want to go to. Yeah. Does Germany accept e-visa? What do you mean by e-visa? Electronic visa, I know that e-visa, but there are countries where you can just have a e-visa and go there. For example, if you have a German passport, you want to go to the US, you just go online and put in it's an e-visa, then apply for e-visa and go. But Ghana to Germany, there is no e-visa. No, you have to do your normal visa. You can't do e-visa for Germany. So Ghana to Germany.
DJ Nyame, mekyia wo ne w'adwuma pa woyɛ ɛboa akwantufoɔ ne Ghanafoɔ nyinaa. Mepakyɛw mepɛ sɛ busa sister Aisha ma me sɛ yɛabɔ wo nsa no ɛwɔ Germany ha na wopɛ sɛ woyɛ aware a ɛbɛyɛ yi anaa. Mepakyɛw me question no meda ase.
I say about I'm assuming so in Germany, the only time I bet my untimi and worry is identity in your clear. So you name like you name cra official or you cannot prove cra official. I don't know how to worry, but who put our passport and it's a crow when official say about son or what do you do whatever bit my worry because the local standards and some no way worry. Standards and baby cells the passport way because some person yeah. So we put our passport in Quadio. So identity clear there with my worry.
Okay, so if you just join us, we have like 3 minutes more to sign out. But I have this long voice notes, Charlie, like 10. I'll play all. Aisha, are you ready? I'll be playing all questions in follow-up questions. Yes, anyway, don't forget every Fridays, Aisha is here from 4 p.m. to 5 GMT Ghana time. And then 5:30, I'll be live again. The next 30 minutes, I'll be live again with UK. So those who want to go to UK, those who are in UK matters. Don't come and ask him, Lawyer Wisdom Akao, don't come and ask him about Schengen visa. No, he's into UK matters. But as for Aisha there, you can ask her about Schengen stuff. Yeah. So Aisha, let's play this voice note. Make sure you listen to, or I'll be playing it one after the other. But I'll play one, you answer it, then I'll go to next and continue like that.
I wanted to tell you to ask Isa that if you are applying for German invitation visa from Ghana, your brother gives you an invitation from Ghana. Your brother gives you an invitation from Germany and from Germany to come to him in Germany. What are the requirements? Please let me know. And please let me know that what are the requirements they'll need. And please let me know that we will be giving the visa if it's an invitation. And I wanted to know that will the person be giving the visa if the person is invited over? And please, what are the requirements for that visa? Let me know. Please also ask Isa that if you are not an adult, ask Isa that if you're not an adult, and let's say you are 18, not up to 18 years, but you are below 18, maybe let's say 13 or 14, and you are giving due on 3 times, what are the assurance that you'll be giving an ID card? What is the assurance that you'll be given an ID card if your due don't expires and you're going to renew it for the 3rd time? What is the assurance that you will be given an ID card? Let me know. A German ID card, which is the advice, the offering card. Please ask yourself for me that what is the assurance that you'll be given an offering card if you renew the due if your due is renewed 3 times. If you are given due 3 times and you are going to renew it for the 3rd time, what is the assurance that you will not be given another due but you will be given an offering card? Let me know. So that if you are applying for German invitation visa from Ghana, your brother gives you an invitation from Ghana. Your brother gives you an invitation.
Okay, so I think 2 questions. Invitation letter. Yeah, if your brother is doing Verpflichtungserklärung for you, of course, then the chances of getting a visa is a bit higher than maybe a tourist, for example. I mean, depend, because somebody is who is staying here saying, if the person comes, I'll take care of them. However, I think the requirements for a Schengen visa, I've mentioned it earlier. So if you, after this video, if you could go back a bit, you would see, you would hear all the, the requirements, what you need. But most important is the Verpflichtungserklärung that your brother is doing. If that is, your question was if you would get a visa if he does this, it depends on the person who is issuing the visa. Like I said, if your other documents are valid enough and they are believable, plus the invitation your brother is giving you, then of course, usually they will give you the visa. They won't refuse you, except you do something wrong. Good. With the case of the Dudong, you're underage, you're minor. I don't know what your story was when you came to seek asylum. I don't know what you told them. But usually, because you're under 18, nobody would necessarily put you on a flight and take you somewhere out or something like that. If this is basis for you to get oftentimes, it depends on the officer, honestly, and it depends on the country you're coming from. I don't know if you're coming from, I don't know. Some people get dudong till up to 20 years and they're still here because nobody wants to really invest the money to take them back. So there are people who have dudong for at least 20 years. So if they renew it for 3 times, it doesn't mean that the next renewal will be automatic oftentimes. It could be renewal of the dudong again. It depends on the officer in charge of your case, honestly.
Okay, thank you all, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. Aisha, thank you so much. You can ask for Aisha's email address. My number is on the screen. Maybe after this day, you can just inbox me or WhatsApp me for her email. Then you can follow up with your questions from there. But the guy that sent like long text voice notes there. Charlie, if I should play audio, you sign out maybe 5:30. because it's too long. The question they plenty. So I beg, Aisha, thank you so much. So you can, I will give you Aisha's email. Just WhatsApp me. My number is on the screen, and I will give you an email address. Then you can just contact her. Take it from there. Aisha, next week, God willing, we'll meet again. Big up yourself. Nice work. More fire. I'll be back in the next 30 minutes with Lawyer Wisdom Akaho, Wiseman Solicitors, UK. This one is not Germany. It's not Schengen. This one is UK matters. So I'll be back again in the next 30 minutes or 25 minutes. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and then you get notification. My name is DJ Nyame. I'll thank my production team, DJ Click Sharon and Tina. When you see me in town, just say tour and I'll respond to tour. So tour.
Eyo da sani bia ni da so se obenya adwuma ye sanso na yentimi nya adwuma ebra ye ni anyinama hoden etoda wobeduru adwuma mu na nkane ani ho eba saa na atete no aye bebre enkankan se wobepo adwuma ba fie na nkane ani fie wokoso generator nso a ase famie nanso se wonim JB Mobile Engineers a all the above problems will be a thing of the past. JB Mobile Engineers in Kwan ye bema 24-hour dedicated generator services. JB Mobile Engineers Yeton generators, fufro, any other denina, Samson ye maintenance, repairs, consultation, which I say, Uya Juma, say fie, Numa Hodo, na o pesa auto generator, any generator be an auto, and to buy ye betcha chumu, yebebo, Samson so and ye welding and fabrication, so generator kitwa anakase, ye basi dine, kama edia sisu sebe and suni area and seno, so ye school, sorry. Hospital, companies, and mining companies, Ubia, by a soya, ye bet me abuamo. Generator abebo adwuma nyina bon JB Mobile Engineers ewo Tema Michelle Camp Road Freye ewo 0244623899 and now 0207596676 JB Mobile Engineers, your generator friend.